The challenge, organized crime. To meet it, you need a special breed of men.
FBI, hold it!
Dedicated men.
La Cosa Nostra is a cancer in this country. Pretending it isn't there won't make it go away. Let's be cut out every time it's found.
The stories, they're real. The action, decisive. The pace is swift. The stakes, they're high. The FBI.
My name is Peter C. Clemente. I was born 88 years ago on October the 17th, 1922 in Brooklyn, New York. The two most significant events in my life were the 32 months I spent during World War II and the 26 years in the Federal Bureau of Investigation as a special agent. Following my demobilization from the Army on March the 16th, 1946, I entered St. John's University School of Law on June 1946. I graduated with an LLB, took and passed the New York State Bar examination, and began the practice of law with a classmate, Manuel Ituarte. However, that law practice didn't last very long for several reasons. One was the inception of the Korean War. Another reason was the difficulty in establishing a profitable law practice in a short period of time. The third incident that precipitated a change in plans in the direction of my career was a conversation I had with a gentleman named Hervey, who identified himself as a former special agent of the FBI, then working as a assistant district attorney with State Attorney Hogan in Manhattan, and we were celebrating the first communion of my cousin's son, and we were both guests. He advised me when he noted that I had an interest in the FBI, when I related to him that classmates of mine had secured positions with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and that I very much liked the thought of working for the FBI ever since I saw Jimmy Cagney in G-Man in 1935. Anyway, he informed me that I shouldn't bother to apply. I asked him why. He told me that they didn't hire Italians. Well, where do you think I went that following Monday? That's right. I went to the office of the New York City office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation on Foley Square, secured an application, and of course I was accepted, and I entered on duty on November the 27th, 1950. My third office was the New York City office, and I was involved in the investigation of the Communist Party USA until 1957. At that point in time, I'd grown weary of investigating subversive activity. I had had considerable success in developing informants in the Communist Party USA. In fact, 6 individuals of clean background were placed in the Allerton cell in the Bronx by myself. An event occurred that startled the nation. It was headlined in the newspapers. It reported a meeting of approximately 100 individuals of Italian birth or Italian birth or ancestry, many of whom had criminal records. And this event indicated the possible existence of a criminal organization, a nationwide criminal organization. I volunteered for assignment to the criminal squad, and since I spoke Sicilian before I even spoke English, I thought that the knowledge of that language would come in handy in the investigation of these gentlemen. One of the first things I did when I entered on duty with the criminal squad was to complete summary reports on the individuals assigned to me, and one of the first was Meyer Lansky. Subsequently, I was assigned to investigate Carlo Gambino and Joseph Bonventry, John Bonventry rather, who was the first cousin of Joseph Bonanno, Joe Bananas, who was the capo of a family of that name. Now, we were assigned to identify the full nature of the organization that was obviously meeting on the estate of Joseph Barbera in Apalachin, New York, which had been disrupted by roadblocks that had been set up by Sergeant Edgar Croswell of the New York State Police. Through electronic surveillances, L-Shures and My-Shures indicating the use of a microphone, and through the testimony of Joseph Apalachin, who decided to cooperate with the FBI following his murdering an individual he thought was Joseph Beck, a potential hitman assigned by Vito Genovese to murder Apalachin.
This would all lead to the first real attempt to tackle organized crime in America, and Peter C. Clemente was on the front lines of this fight. After 26 years as an FBI agent, Peter Clemente would retire and reopen his law practice. On September the 27th, 2017, Peter Clemente passed away at the age of 94.